I'll talk to you after.
Good morning and welcome everyone to the Class of 2025 completion ceremony, our recent graduating class from the Physician Assistant Studies program. Thank you. Yes, yes. This morning I'd like to introduce some important folks who help support our program in many ways. President Lamont Repollet, our president. Dr. Birdsell, who's our senior vice president of academic affairs. Dr. James Konopak, the dean of the College of Health Professions and Human Services. And our faculty, Professor Robert Adamczyk, Professor Eva Kyle, Professor Sama Jaramillo, Professor Wendy Rich, and Professor Christina Salvati Block. All right, to start our program, we'll hear a few words from President Repillette.
Good morning, future healthcare leaders. How are you doing today? And to all those, Happy New Year. It is a privilege to celebrate this white coat ceremony with you, to mark this transformative moment in your journey as healthcare professionals. Your coat is more than just a piece of clothing. It symbolizes countless hours of rigorous study, clinical rotations, and a genuine dedication to the art and science of healing. It represents your transition from theory to practice, from classrooms to lectures to hands-on patient care. Your white coat is a badge of honor and a pledge of service. As students in the Canes Physician Assistant Studies program, you exemplify the excellence that defines our university. Your dedication to service aligns perfectly with Canes' mission and New Jersey's Urban Research University, and as an anchor institution that is vital to our state's communities. As you all know, the healthcare landscape is changing rapidly. Skilled, compassionate providers are needed now more than ever to serve our growing senior population and our urban communities across the state. Employers are searching for world-class candidates who are characterized by compassion and empathy, strong communication and problem-solving skills, the ability to perform well under pressure, and above all, a dedication to exceptional patient care and improving healthcare access and quality. As graduates from New Jersey's Urban Research University, you have everything you need: knowledge, clinical expertise, and cultural competency to meet this moment. Canes Master in PA is not just any program. It was designed to address the healthcare disparities impacting our communities and to prioritize access and academic excellence. You have risen to meet every expectation and challenges placed before you. So I want to thank you. Thank you for choosing this vital career path. Thank you for pursuing your graduate studies here at Canes. Your preparation has been rigorous. Your dedication has been remarkable. Your potential is unlimited. You'll be the change makers our healthcare systems need. You will transform lives, and yes, you will save them. You make us immensely proud with what you have accomplished, and we look forward to the ways you will impact people's lives in the years ahead. Wear your coat with pride and confidence because you have earned every thread. Congratulations.
And now I invite Dr. Birdsell to say a few words.
Mr. President, Dean Konopak, PAS faculty, friends and family, and graduates, good morning on this very, very happy day. I want first today just to celebrate the journey that you have taken over the course of these 2.5 years, to take a comprehensive view of the medical model of education at lightning speed, to understand the pharmacological, the behavioral, the somatic dimensions of the studies that you have undertaken and will deploy from day one through the day that you retire in the work that you're taking on. It is a remarkable set of achievements. It is a remarkable discipline. It will serve you well, and it will serve all of the communities of the areas that you go to practice for the balance of your careers. So congratulations on this enormous achievement. Number two, however, you may think you're finished, but you're only starting. The President referred on a couple of occasions to an urban research institution and to the commitment that this university has long had and that by extension you now embody to understand the health imperatives that differ from place to place. As we look at different environmental conditions, if we look at different conditions of urbanization, if we look at different ways of transportation, there are different symptoms that people present that are predictable with regard to the populations that you serve. And they are not always fully understood. You know that you have to go through relicensure at periodic intervals and will do so for the rest of your career. You've already been through the pants once, good, okay? But it's happening again and again. And there's a reason for that, because these things change. You will be, I'm very proud to say that you are prepared. And if you look at the antepenultimate page of your programs, you'll see a list of academic honors and research awards that several of these graduates have earned. But every single one of them has baked into the work that they have done a sense that we're not just looking at knowledge that is codified in a book, but it is learning that we do every day, face-to-face with patients, in concert with our colleagues, extending the boundaries of our knowledge, and that work never stops. Just to take one small aspect of that, you are beginning your practice at the dawn of the really lightning rise of artificial intelligence in medical practice. It's never going to replace humans, thank heaven, but it can connect the dots in ways that we have never been able to across a whole sphere of providers and institutions. So the questions now become, how do we as individuals, as humans in this practice, wind up using these digital tools to advance our knowledge and and the quality of our care to places that it has never been before? These are questions that you will wrestle with for the balance of your career, and you're prepared to do that. A final point that I want to make is that this will require lifelong application of the skills that you have garnered in this program and that you will practice every day in your clinical careers. The dean will tell you a little bit more about how continuing education and continuous learning, it's not a matter of signing up for a program, it's a matter of leveraging the program that you have to make the most of the world around you and to learn how to give back the most. We are enormously proud of you. We are enormously happy for everybody who will come into contact with you for the balance of your careers. This is a very, very wonderful day, and you, above all, have made it possible. Thank you so much.
Dr. Repollet and Dr. Birdsell, thank you for your remarks. These guys are a tough act to follow, so I'm going to try to keep it short. Thank you both for joining us here on this auspicious occasion. Thank you to Dr. Biscardi and all the PA Studies faculty and staff, not just for putting together this wonderful event. Shout out Joanne, thank you for making this happen, but for all of the work that has led to this point. The students, soon-to-be graduates sitting here in the front row, are the beneficiaries of this, but so are the rest of us. I'll talk a little bit about this toward the end of my brief remarks here, but the work that you do goes way beyond the classroom, and because the work that you have already been doing, but the work that you'll do throughout your careers affects our lives directly. You are caring for us, you're caring for one another, and there is no nobler calling than teaching and healing. That is a fantastic endeavor, so I congratulate you on pursuing this and getting to this point. As the provost mentioned, you've been through a very rigorous course of study. You've tried to cram all of medical knowledge into your brains and practice it within just a span of a few years. That's amazing, and of course that's going to be put to the test with the PANCE. For those of you unfamiliar, it's a Physician Assistant National Certifying Exam that's coming up. I know you guys have been studying really hard for that. But of course, that's not the end. That's just the beginning. As the provost mentioned, lifelong learning is something that we try to instill in all of our students at Kean University, not just those in the health sciences, to not just take graduation as the end, but as the commencement of a career in the pursuit of knowledge and deeper and finer understanding. Of course, this is going to be required for you to maintain your certification. You're going to have to take your CMEs, and that's part of our motto at the university is Semper Decens, always learning, and nowhere is that more applicable than in the medical professions. It's also part of your professional oath. You guys might remember when you had to stand up and repeat after us and follow along with the professional oath. It mentions lifelong learning, but also some other really important concepts that go beyond knowledge to empathy and compassion. When I stood here with you guys and your families and friends here last year at the short white coat ceremony, I talked a lot about compassion and how important that would be in your practice. And I'm sure that you had that experience of connecting with patients that have forever changed your lives. And I know you had that before you even came here to campus. At the time, I also shared that it just happened that my son was admitted to the hospital that week. And so I had a very deep personal connection to the health professions that week. This week, my mother was admitted to the hospital. She's discharged now after a few nights. But as I told my staff when they were holding down the fort for me in the office earlier this week, there's nothing more rewarding for me as someone who's a caregiver to be able to see people who are deeply knowledgeable, but also genuinely care for the human beings that are on that bed or in that wheelchair or in that chair. Because of all the different things in the world that there's too much of, there's never too much compassion. There's never too much learning. And I hope that you internalize and keep the sentiments from that oath that you've uttered with you. We're not going to ask you to do it again today, but go back and reread it every once in a while to remind yourselves of the things that are valued in your profession and the why behind what you do, which is always really important. So keep that with you. Keep being excellent. Keep seeking both knowledge and compassion in abundance. And if you do those things, you'll do us proud even more in the future. Thanks and congratulations.
As always, such inspiring words from our leadership. Now I'd like to introduce Professor Adamczyk, who's going to introduce our keynote speaker.
Good morning. It's my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Caitlin Probasco. She began her academic journey at the University of Pittsburgh, where she received a Bachelor of Science degree. Her drive and leadership skills were showcased during this time as she served as vice president of the University of Pittsburgh Pre-PA Club. Building on this strong foundation, she then obtained her Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. Her commitment to her studies and dedication to healthcare were acknowledged with a merit-based scholarship and the Outstanding Clinical Achievement Award. Dr. Probasco further advanced her education at the University of Lynchburg, where she completed her doctorate of medical science. In her professional career, Dr. Probasco has held chief positions in both OBGYN and surgical departments. She currently leads the Hudson Premier Surgical Physician Assistant Program at Hudson Regional Hospital, where she also oversees the training of physician assistant students during their clinical rotations. And on a personal note, being the Director of Clinical Education, Kate and I have had many conversations either by phone, text, email, or in person. I could not thank her enough for all the support and education that she gave our students who had the pleasure of working with her at Hudson. And I wish I could send more of our students to her while she is there. So, Dr. Probasco.
Good morning. So I'm truly honored to be standing here today to speak to the Kean University, or Kane, I apologize, Physician Assistant Class of 2025. First, let me take a moment to congratulate each and every one of you for making it here today. I know you're all eager to get out there and start your careers. But before you do that, I want to take a few moments to reflect on your journey and the path ahead. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Caitlin Probasco. I'm a physician assistant who over the past 7 years has had the privilege of working in OBGYN and surgery, namely orthopedics and spine. But beyond that, I've been lucky enough to serve as a preceptor for some of you during your clinical rotations. Watching you grow from students into confident, capable healthcare professionals has been one of the most rewarding parts of my career. When I first started as a PA, I was full of ambition and excitement, and honestly, a little bit of panic. I know all the knowledge, or I thought I knew what I needed to know, but knew I didn't have enough experience to know I didn't know what I didn't know. Does that sound familiar? You're about to walk into the same world, a world where knowledge meets real-time decision-making, where you'll always be learning, and where you will need to lean on your colleagues, and sometimes even your patients for that much-needed perspective. That's why when I had the opportunity to precept many of you during your rotations, it felt like a full circle moment for me. I remember the same uncertainty and the hunger for knowledge when I was in your shoes. As a PA, oftentimes you'll find yourself in situations where you're unsure, and that's okay. Like I always tell my students, you don't have to know all the answers. Medicine is a constantly evolving field, and there's always something new to learn, whether it's a new technique in surgery or a shift in patient care perspectives and practices. But here's what you've already got that's more important than any textbook answer: the ability to ask questions, the ability to stay humble, the ability to listen, and the ability to learn. Class of 2025, I know you've had a long road to get here. This program hasn't been easy, and I'm sure there are times you were living on caffeine, highlighters, and sheer willpower. But look around. You guys made it. Today is a testament to your perseverance, your hard work, and of course, your ability to survive an endless stream of exams, but more importantly, those handwritten OSCE, SOAP, and H&P notes. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the unique challenges that you guys faced during your education. When I went to PA school, social media existed, but not like it does today. And yes, I guess that officially makes me that old, but let me tell you, if we'd had Instagram Reels and TikTok back then, I'm not sure I'd be standing in front of you here today, at least as a PA. You've persevered through COVID-19, virtual learning, clinical rotations that sometimes felt they were testing your ability to work for 24 hours straight. Sorry, guys. And the occasional 3 a.m. panic attack about your next exam. But here you are, stronger, wiser, and ready to take on the world. Now, before I let you guys off the hook to start your graduation celebration, I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of advice, and it's really more so a reminder. They may forget your name, but they will never forget how you made them feel. This quote by Maya Angelou is a beautiful reminder of the power of compassion in medicine. As you step into your roles as physician assistants, remember, it's not just about the science. Though let's face it, it's the science that probably got you here. The real art of medicine is about connecting with your patients, about listening, and about showing up for them. It's about embracing our humanity in a world shaped by best clinical practice algorithms, where everything often feels sterile and a little too calculated. So please, I ask that each of you remember to keep your empathy at the forefront. It will be your greatest asset. Next, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. You're gonna have days where you're not sure you're making a difference, and there is gonna be moments when you question if you're cut out for this at all. But trust me, you are cut out for this. Your education has laid the foundation, but it's your heart that's truly gonna carry you through. And trust me, whether you're delivering a baby, assisting in surgery, or navigating complex patient care histories, you will make a difference. Lastly, and I think almost most importantly, don't forget to laugh. You're entering a profession that is serious and it's demanding, but it's also one filled with great moments of joy. The human body is a marvel, but let's be honest, sometimes it's a mess. So find humor in the chaos, whether it's the first time you try and place a Foley without a preceptor and it doesn't exactly go where it should, or that moment when you have to explain to a patient, no, you're not a real doctor, because that conversation will happen more than once. Remember to laugh. Celebrate your small wins. Stay lighthearted when things go sideways, and they will. And take the time to enjoy the journey, because perfection is not the goal. You can't fix everything. You can't save everyone, but you can make their experience just a bit brighter. In closing, let me say this. The class of 2025, you are the future of healthcare, and you are going to shape the next chapter in medicine, one patient at a time. You've entered this moment, so take a deep breath, enjoy the ride, and most importantly, never forget why you started. You were called to this profession for a reason, and now it's time to answer that call. So congratulations, class of 2025. I wish you all the best as you take place in your new part in this wonderful profession. I can't wait to see all the incredible things you do. The future is bright. It's in your hands. You've got this.
Wow, powerful, powerful. Okay, so now we get to the graduation completion activities. So we have long white coats for our graduates. In medicine, the length of your coat denotes your place in the hierarchy. So as last year, they got short white coats, denote them as students, and now as long white coats denotes them as professionals, working professionals on the healthcare team. So would Professor Adamczyk's advisees please come forward? The advisor is now going to place over the white coat. They will have a Kane Class of 2025 graduation sash to denote their completion of the program. Joseph Brodeur. Hope Buchan. Brianna Harriman. Nazarin Jahan. Watch, you're losing it. You're losing it. It's coming off your Shreja Patel. Brian Rosen. Nicole Fasalo. Professor Kyle's advisees, please come forward. Elizabeth Cancellieri. Matthew Elko. Gabriella Herbert. I'll catch you later. Oh. Emily Jefferson. Ruth Klabansky. Tyler Manlanget. Caitlin McTurnan. Jessica Stavar. And Professor Jaramillo's advisees, please come forward. Maram Asalia. Brian Chabala. Angel Ibrahim. Eddie Mendez. Kari Milch.
Oh, you get a hug.
Oh, I got a hug. Oh. Nirojika Nimalan. And Laura Spiak. Congratulations, class of 25. All right, so this is a unique class who we all love very much, and you're crying, I'm not crying, right? You're not crying, whatever that is. But we would like to recognize some students who worked very hard. They all worked hard, but this became such a difficult choice, and in some cases, we have 2 awardees because we could not decide. First, I'd like to recognize the highest academic students, and that's Tyler Mann Langet and Kari Milch. Come forward. Come forward, yes. Somebody help me. You want to do? Our student who excelled in clinical rotations is Jessica Stavar. The next students are 3 students who, whether it was organizing our cultural lunch day, if it was book drives, coat drives, or just organizing when do we have class because something was canceled. 3 people who worked very hard of that, and that's Maram Asalia, Angel Ibrahim, and Matt Elko. And with respect to student research, we again have two groups. One group was recognized in the 2024 Kane Research Day at first place for KU graduate student research. They won second place and People's Choice Award at the New Jersey Physician Assistant Educator Student Research Day. The title of their project was Pain and Treatment Outcomes Among Hispanic, Non-Hispanic, Black, and Non-Hispanic White Women. And the group members were Maram Asalea, Brianna Herman, Angel Ibrahim, Nazarene Jahan, Ruth Klabowski, Nero Nimalan, and Emily Fan. Research advisor, Professor Rich and Professor Jaramillo. That meeting like this. Okay. And our next group of research were the 2024 first place at the New Jersey Physician Assistant Educators Student Research Day. The title of their project was The Role of Education in the Underdiagnosis of Skin Cancer in African Americans. The group members are Hope Buchan, Caitlin McTurnan, Kari Milch, Laura Spiak, and Nicole Vasallo. And lastly, as was mentioned, being a PA was not possible with having some clinical education at various clinical sites. And this year, the students would like to recognize Dr. James Agresti for all his time and effort and mentorship for our students. And they want to recognize Dr. Agresti as Preceptor of the Year for the class of 2025. Dr. Agresti? Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
We appreciate it.
Then it was great.
It's great, yeah, okay. Okay, so the students would like to say a few words, and we have Baram and Angel are coming up.
Sorry. Okay. Good morning, distinguished guests, President Repollet, Provost Birdsell, Dean Konopak, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Woo! Today, we celebrate a significant milestone, the result of countless hours of studying, sleepless nights, perseverance, and growth. Wearing our white coats, we can proudly say, we did it. This achievement reflects not only our hard work, but also the unwavering support of our families, friends, and mentors. Together, we faced challenges, gained knowledge, and lasting friendships. As we step into the next chapter, let's carry the lessons, connections, and passion that brought us here, embracing this new adventure with confidence and purpose. Before I dive in, let me start by saying that Madame and I are especially proud to be standing here as first-generation graduates. Our families, yes. Our families immigrated to this country from Syria and Palestine, bringing with them not just dreams, but the determination to build a brighter future for us. They arrived with hope in their hearts and a willingness to endure challenges, all to give us opportunities that they themselves may have never had. Our parents worked tirelessly to make this possible, making countless sacrifices and setting aside their own comfort, aspirations, and even their own dreams to ensure that we could pursue ours. Mama and Baba, this achievement is as much yours as it is ours. Your guidance, love, and resilience have been our foundation, and we hope to honor your legacy with every step we take forward. They say that every great achievement relies on a strong support system, so we wanted to take a moment to recognize and appreciate the support system we've built together as a class through OSCEs, EORs, presentations, rotations, everything in between. We stood by each other, offering strength and encouragement. Thank you guys for showing up, not just for yourselves, but for one another during the rough patch of life we like to call PA school. And of course, a heartfelt thank you to our professors, whose guidance, encouragement, and belief in our potential were foundational to our success. Let's take a moment to thank them for our unwavering commitment to our success. Now I'd like to hand the mic over to Maram to acknowledge the faculty who played such an important role in our journey.
Good morning, everyone. We're thrilled to be standing here in front of all our favorite people to celebrate this incredible milestone with all of you. From the classroom to the clinical setting, our professors have shaped us into the professionals we are today. Dr. Biscardi, thank you for your unwavering guidance and dedication. Your mini Biscardi boosts of motivation always reminded us to stay focused, trust ourselves and each other, to always see the bigger clinical picture, and to remember that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Professor Adamczyk, thank you for guiding us through clinical rotations and reminding us to carefully read the question, read the answer choices, and go back and read the question again. Your stories from PA school reassured us we weren't alone in our struggles, and your baked treats brightened our tough days. We're grateful for your wisdom, support, and encouragement. Professor Rich and Professor Kyle, we thank you both for your support and always believing in us. A warm welcome to Professor Salvati, who recently joined the program. We look forward to the impact you'll have on future cohorts. To our Mama Bear, Joanne, this program is nothing without you. Thank you for all you do for us and for always cheering us on. And a special thank you to Professor Jaramello for being such an incredible professor and advisor. Your guidance, patience, and genuine care have been a constant source of support and inspiration, and we're forever grateful for you. Last, but certainly not least, we would like to recognize former Professor Tiffany Eben, whose teachings laid a solid foundation for us. Along with Professor Jaramello, Professor Eben taught us the bulk of medicine, and we are forever grateful for them. We are becoming the clinicians of our dreams because of you. Professor Eben, know that your impact on our education and our lives has been profound. We wish you well, and we hope you continue to make an impact on students' lives as you have ours. Of course, this journey wouldn't have been the same without our classmates. Matthew Elko, thank you for your leadership as co-president of the Kane University Physician Assistant Student Society and for serving as student representative. Your dedication to our class and this program has been nothing short of inspiring. Thank you for always keeping us in check, staying on top of dates, and for always having our backs in whatever Kane shenanigans we're up to. May you never have to do another poll again. And Nazrin Jahan, thank you for being our AAPA representative. and an integral part of this program. Your energy, commitment, and passion has left a lasting mark on us all. I hope you carry your vibrant personality and your sense of humor with you on your journey to becoming a successful PA. And to everyone who is a part of the Kean University Physician Assistant Student Society, thank you for your commitment to this organization and for setting a strong foundation for our future class.
To my fellow graduates, remember this: we're not just stepping into a profession, we are stepping into a calling to serve, to heal, and to make a difference in the lives of our patients. To heal is not simply to treat. It is to mend, to restore, and to uplift the physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being of another person. It is a pursuit that goes beyond the boundaries of a job, transforming into a purpose, a calling. When we first chose this path, we likely didn't grasp its full depth. What began as a fascination with the intricate workings of the human body or the challenge of solving medical mysteries grew into something much greater, a profound connection and commitment to alleviate suffering and to be a light in someone's darkest moments. Healing is not for the faint of heart. It demands relentless dedication, empathy, and resilience that may seem impossible at times. It means being present with patients as they confront fear, uncertainty, or pain. It requires not only knowledge, but also compassion when answers are insufficient, and seeing the person beyond the diagnosis, understanding their fears, their hopes, and their journey. We are reminded that the trust that they put in us is a profound privilege, one that demands dedication, integrity, and commitment to their well-being. This privilege is a chance to impact lives, to inspire change, and to be a part of something much greater than ourselves. While we face adversity, witness heartbreak, and experience the weight of human suffering, we also see the incredible strength of the human spirit and the transformative power of healing. But this is the essence of the path we have chosen, our calling, and we can do this without a doubt. The world doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for effort, compassion, and the courage to try. It's okay to be scared, to feel unsure, but don't let fear stop you. Take that step, make that leap, because when you do, you give others permission to heal, to grow, and to believe that they too can overcome. In moments of doubt, weariness, or uncertainty, it's easy to lose sight of the purpose behind our efforts. There's a powerful reminder in the Bible that speaks to the strength we're called to embody as we move forward. In 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 7, it states, "But as for you, be strong, and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded." This verse reminds us that perseverance, faith, and dedication are never in vain, especially when we commit ourselves to a greater purpose. So when you're standing on the edge, just remember, we're ready. You are enough, and you are all about to do something extraordinary. Let healing guide you, and let your faith in yourself lead the way.
As we prepare to enter the world as physician assistants, let's not forget the lessons we've learned beyond textbooks and lectures. Becoming a PA is no small feat. From the first moment we decided to pursue this path, we knew it would challenge us in ways we couldn't fully imagine. We've memorized endless medical terms, completed countless exams, and endured the rigor of clinical rotations where we learned not just to treat conditions, but to care for people. There is a particular verse in the Quran that states, "من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأن أحيا الناس جميعا." It translates to, "If anyone saves a life, it shall be as though he had saved the lives of all mankind." This profound teaching reminds us that our work has the potential to ripple far beyond the individual patient before us. The care we offer to one patient can influence lives in ways we might never fully realize. In PA school, we've learned to lean on each other, find humor in challenges, embrace that what we don't know, step back to see the bigger picture, and celebrate every victory. We've realized no one succeeds alone, a lesson we'll carry into our careers. We're deeply grateful for the love, sacrifice, and support that brought us here. Today, we celebrate not just our achievements, but the journey that shaped us. May you wear your white coats with pride and never forget where you started. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now, before Angel and I step off the stage, we would like to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to someone who has been an incredible influence on our academic journey. Professor Jaramillo, your guidance, support, and unwavering dedication has shaped our experience in ways words can hardly capture. Your door was always open, no matter what, to whoever it was. You always made us feel heard, supported, and capable. Beyond that, your humor and vibrant energy made even the most challenging days brighter. From guiding us through our very first steps in learning how to take vitals during our first semester, to teaching us how to gather a stellar history and perform a complete physical exam, you have been a constant source of knowledge and encouragement. The impact you had on our growth, both as students and as individuals, is immeasurable, and we are forever grateful for the wisdom you've shared. Professor Jaramillo, we would like to invite you to say a few words.
All right. I dreaded this day, but I knew that they were going to do this to me in some way. So good morning all and welcome. Some of you may not know that my journey as an educator began not too long ago. For the longest time, I struggled to find the right way to describe my experience and what it's been like here. But as I reflect on it, I realize it's a lot like motherhood. With the first child, you're careful and patient, doing everything by the book, avoiding germs, reading every self-help guide, and following all the unsolicited advice. Then comes the second one. You're more confident and maybe a little too bold, all right? Tossing everything but the kitchen sink at them and seeing what sticks. And that's exactly what we did with all of you. We tackled countless case studies, role-played clinical scenarios, experimented with medical Spanish, perfected focused exams, took part in outreach projects, and organized student events. And through it all, the moans, the groans, complaints, and lots of laughter, you gave invaluable feedback, brought endless enthusiasm, and radiated such a positive energy. You created a sense of community and tradition here that will live long after you leave. You made every moment of teaching deeply rewarding and unforgettable for me. I am in awe of the exceptional providers that are sitting before me today. I once thought that my greatest professional triumph was standing in an OR as a licensed PA performing as a first assist. But the pride and joy that I feel today watching you become my colleagues far surpasses that milestone for me. It has been my greatest honor to be your teacher. My name is Samad Jaramillo, y me duele aquí. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. Congratulations to the class of 2025. You will be greatly missed.
We love you too.
Wow. Lots and lots of words of wisdom and admiration for the students, admiration for the faculty. And I can't say it in another way, too. This was a special group. I don't know, you don't understand as a student, you feed us and make us better. And I think you did. So thank you for that. And I know as our new colleagues, you will do well. Please, please keep in touch. Let us know where you are, what you're doing, and we're always looking for new clinical sites. So, but I wish you well. In 30 years, this was a very special class. The Bat Cave. The sign will never come down, I'm sure. But all of you are great individuals. Your family should be proud. These are people who say please and thank you and are so appreciative, which is sometimes very hard to find today. So we thank you for working so hard. And you're working hard for the next couple of weeks as you study for the boards, right? Oh, well, congratulations on behalf of everybody here. Thank you so much. And thank you, family and friends, for joining us for this wonderful celebration. Now I have the task of asking all family and friends to please go back to the reception area. We want to be with them for a few minutes by ourselves, and then you can have them back forever. Thank you.